kick on here. All right, this is a family project. This is the PowerPoint version. If you're going to use PowerPoint as opposed to the Google Slides. What we're going to do is ask you to make a PowerPoint with your family, but you're going to have 10 total slides. One will be a family slide, and the rest will be of family members. I'm just doing real quick to try to make this video not as bad long. Okay, so we're just going to use John, Mary Beth, okay, for now. But you would have all the family members. Every one of these would be another person, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, step cousin, nephew, niece, grandma, grandpa, pets, friends, whatever you need to get yourself and all your family included. So you can have a slide on yourself. On the front title slide, you will have all the pictures on there. And you can do pictures that are real family members. And again, you're going to have to adjust these and make them so it's not so big, you know, take them off the corner and move them around. Because they are going to come in different sizes. We got these pictures already set up, but if you wanted to find them, you go to, you know, use your own pictures or go to Google and find some images. But on these, you would have 9 of them. Yourself, mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, like I mentioned, any family members you can. But it's not just good enough to have the picture. We can get rid of this. But we want to put text boxes next to them. Okay, and so you would go insert text box, and you type in that, and then you go insert text box. And you continue doing this. And again, the reason I'm not doing a bunch of them is I don't want this video to be any longer than it has to be. So we'll just try to do this quick. But anyway, you get some text boxes, and you'll do this for everybody. Okay. Then you need to have the corresponding pictures. So Dad's picture is on his slide already. Okay. Each slide will have birthday, birthplace, relationship, historical fact. So once you type that on, you gotta click in there, go to the home. And once you type that, you can paste that so that you don't need to, you know, don't need to do that every time. Make sure you have it set up, and then you can type in there. Okay. And you'll have that for all of them. All right. Now, again, what do we need on each slide? We need the corresponding picture. So you already have it. So I'm just going to copy and paste it and get the size down a little better. So that's good. You will need a home slide picture. So we're going to invent this and put this as the home slide. Okay. You will need a button that will take you to the next slide, Jody and Pat. So you're going to want to copy, and we're going to paste that on Jody and Pat's side, but then also onto this slide, because this will put an action on it. When you click on this, it'll take you to this slide. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And then you usually have one for a previous slide. You have a previous slide, a home slide button, and a next slide button. But with the second slide, you don't have to, because home does that for you. Jody and Pat's slide, on the other hand, will need, and you can do this a variety of ways. You can copy all of them over once. I will need to have a home, a previous, which is Todd and Mary Beth. So I'm just going to go copy that one, because then I don't have to. So this will be the previous button, because the previous slide is Todd and Mary Beth. The next slide is Mike and Monica. So I'm going to copy that and paste it here. And so we are set up. And then like Mike and Monica, they'll need a dad slide button. And why do they need that? Because he is the next slide. They have a home slide, and they have Jody and Pat slide, which is the previous slide. Now you need to put actions on all these. And what I mean by that is I want to show you a few examples. So you have this, slide. So these are the 9 different family members that she has listed up there. This is the home slide button. They got the ducks going this way for next slide. Instead of having a Monica picture, they have different ways of doing the next slide, previous slide. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. The Kardashians here, again, you have 9 family members, text boxes there. And the next slide is the makeup going left, makeup going right. And you have it for all the people. Now again, the last slide doesn't need a next slide. It just needs a home slide and a previous slide button. The second slide doesn't need home and previous here. It could just have one or the other. But that's not the end of the world if you have them both. You can also do like I was showing you, do your real picture of your family. So Savannah, if you clicked on her picture, it'd take you here. This would take you back to home, right? If you clicked on Savannah, it'd take you all the way down. Skip these slides, go right to where it is. And if you click this button, and when I ran it, it'll go to here. And if you click the previous button, it'll take you to Kayla. If you go hit the home button, it'll take you there. So when we kind of run it, I'll kind of show you. So this is the home, each one of these. So if I click this man, it takes you right there. If you want to go to her sister, you go there. You want to go back, you go there. You want to go to home, you go there. Okay? Go to dad, go home. Go to Kyla. All right, there's Savannah. Back to her sister. Back to Savannah. Go home. Then you want to find somebody else. And so it's just a way of moving around in PowerPoint. And these are some of the examples. Parks and Rec, different TV shows, cartoons, Modern Family. You got South Park, High School Musical. This is the Grey's Anatomy, Cleveland Show. And this is another one that has the person's face, parents, and family members. Instead of doing something with a next slide picture, they found a cool picture of a curly cute little arrow. Use that. That's totally okay. Again, second slide has the information of the person that was on there. So you click on it, goes to her workplace relationship event. Home slide takes them home. This button takes you to the next slide. So you got the Cleveland Show, Grey's Anatomy. So Grey's Anatomy, here's some pictures. Scalpel going right, scalpel going left. Again, you have all the family members. Got them listed. Super easy to get to. All right, possession arrows, left and right for the next. This will take you back to the main slide. Second slide doesn't have a previous slide because it only has a home and a next. So you kind of get the idea here. You got all the South Park guys, Modern Family, same thing. We're not gonna run through all these. You got him pointing to the right, him pointing to the left, so it's kind of clever. It's not all just, like I said, it's not all just pointing with the pictures. These are some good examples of the ducks. And again, here is examples of the picture of the next person, home slide, picture of the previous slide. So then you get these actions on there. Go to Insert and Action Settings, and you can go with the easiest is you can choose next slide, previous slide, first slide. Another thing you can do is choose that slide, and if you have all the names, see, so I've already written Todd, Mary Beth, Jody, Pat, Mike, and Monica, Dad. So you can go through, if you had them all listed, then you can just choose. So this is Todd, Mary Beth. So you never do it incorrectly. You can play sounds and different things. We just aren't doing that because it gets to be super distracting. But you go Insert, Action Settings, click on that, And then if you can't find it, if it's not first or next, a lot of times it's just easy to go to slide. And you do that for all these different things. Action settings, hyperlink to, choose slide. That's doing that. And the last one, that we're going to do. And again, I didn't want to have a ton of them because it'd take forever. And I'm sorry if this is taking too long, but I just want to show you a little bit. So then you need to put a home slide button. This will take you to the first slide. So when you go action settings, you can hyperlink first slide and just move on. This will take you to Jody and Pat slide, but you got to put an action on it. So we go insert action settings, and you can go next slide, or you can go to slide and do Jody and Pat. Either way, it doesn't matter. It'll get you there. Again, insert action settings. So this will take you to the previous slide. Oops, I hit home. This action setting will take us to the first slide, and this will take us to the next slide. And you can say next slide, or you can go down, like I said, and go all the way down. Go to slide and choose it, and hit OK. So when you run it, and again, I didn't do all the buttons. You're going to want to do all the buttons. You know, go to top Mary Beth, go to next, go home, go to Pat, go previous, go home. That's kind of the idea. Do that, go to next, go like Monica, go home. And that's kind of the idea behind it. In Moodle, there is a spot that will say on this day. So this will help you with the historical event. You're going to say, what the heck? Okay, so let's say your birthday's February 16th. You click on it, and there's one, you know, after the other, whatever you want to do. Just, excuse me, just decide. And it's super user-friendly. So then the next one is December 16th. Again, you got all these different, you can do birthdays, deaths, weddings, different historical events on this day, whatever, the Beatles released, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and so that'll be there. This video will be there, and we're giving you the whole week. Hopefully that you'll end up making a really cool slideshow. These are always super fun to watch, look at. And again, we showed you some examples. You have the 9 people. It could be you and 8 others for a total of 10 slides. Each one needs to have a home slide, next slide, previous slide. If you want to forget the second one, have the previous because you have a home. The last one doesn't have a next. But birthplace relationship, just talk to your parents, talk to your relatives, text, call them, email them, whatever. You can guess if you have to. It's okay. It's just kind of fun to know and have some fun with. So hope it goes well. Should be a good, exciting one. We'll give you all 4 days to do that this week. Thanks.